Alright, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video, and it's been some time since I've done some Godzilla vs. Kong content. I think around March or April of last year of 2021, I did the Playmate stuff, of course, but then I also did the Funko Pops stuff for Godzilla vs. Kong, and you guys seem to absolutely love it, judging on the views to video got. But one thing I didn't do after getting those pops was get the rest of the pops. And then I also did the flocked Kong as his own video later because a bunch of people in the comments were saying, yo, you forgot to do the flocked Kong. And I was like, oh yeah, crap, I did. And then I went and bought it and then did it in a separate video after. But then after that, that was pretty much it. I feel like I owe it to you guys to finish doing reviews of it. So, the ones I haven't done are, of course, the 10-inch pops, that being the regular ones, and then the Neon City exclusives. But those are coming in their own video. First thing we're going to do is cover these three items that I haven't done. This being the double pack of both the Godzilla and Kong double pack. I think this is quite a rare set these days. It's actually quite difficult to find it. And then we're going to take a look at the two keychains that Funko has put out. Of course, Godzilla and Kong. Let's get started. Let's take a look at the double pack, and then we'll look at the keychains. So here's the double pack. As I've said, it's essentially just the Godzilla and the regular Godzilla and the battle-ready Kong. The only significant difference here is the packaging style. So that's pretty much the only difference. So here's your look at the back of the box. See all the other pops, including the 10-inch ones, which we will finally take a look at. You got the special edition sticker. There is no particular number on it. Surprisingly, this double pack is worth a little more than their pops individually, but I guess it's just because this is not that common on the store shelves. So with that being said, let's take this out, see what this has to offer. To be quite honest, I am not expecting much, given that I've basically already owned both of these pops just from their own. Alright, let's pull them out. Okay, so here's our battle-ready Kong, and here's our regular Godzilla, the not heat-ray one, the other one. I guess there's one little difference for the Godzilla here, and I guess this looks lighter. Because I'm looking right now at my single Godzilla pop. I think it had a darker color scheme, so I think this Godzilla here might have a lighter color scheme, or it could be a factory misprint mistake, I don't know. And I have said this when I did the individual pops, is that I love how detailed they go with these pops. There is lots and lots of textures and with the scales, because you know Godzilla is a reptile pretty much. This is very scaly. You've also got the dorsal plates. Probably one of my all-time favorite things about Godzilla are the dorsal plates. You got the tail that just wraps around beautifully, which is good because this model is that you won't have a tail just sticking out like that. So I think the way they modeled this character is very, very good. Individual reviews, I said they each have their own cute factor, even though they're supposed to be monsters and terrifying. They have a cute factor to it, and they've captured that perfectly with the face going on here. So pretty much the same. It's the same mold, same everything. But there's some inconsistencies going on with the colors. I think it's just a factory mistake. So that's the Godzilla, and then this is the battle-ready Kong. And I can tell you right now, there is no difference. It is the exact same as the battle-ready Kong on its own, the individual pop on its own. So the facial expressions, the position, the prints, the colors on everything on this Kong is the same. What I've said when I reviewed this by itself, pretty much I'll say the same thing. I kind of wish the eyes were not orange and they have what they did with the battle-scarred Kong, and it kept, they have the just regular eyes like Godzilla, like just a black eye. Because I feel like it's a little bit inconsistent, and we haven't exactly seen Kong light up his eyes in orange in the movies, so I feel like that's a little bit off, and that's something Funko shouldn't have done with their Kong pops. They have done that for pretty much every Kong pop except for the battle-scarred Kong. That's pretty much it. That is pretty much the double pack. You got the Kong, battle-ready Kong, and then the normal Godzilla. So my overall thoughts is just Funko's way of trying to make extra money. And I honestly feel like if you're gonna make this a double pack, at least make both this Godzilla and Kong a little bit special. May have the Godzilla in a different pose. I mean, he's like looking up in the sky, blowing his atomic breath. Maybe this Kong can be walking on all four legs. Oh, sorry, on all four limbs. Instead of just, you know, repeating the same 2 existing pops, throwing them together and just calling it a double pack. I feel like it was just some lazy marketing going on here, but this pop is still rare for some reason. It's not really that rare if we're being honest, so that's pretty much what I gotta say. So I give this double pack, a 7 out of 10. Yeah, I really got nothing much else to say, so I'm just gonna put this back in the box now, and then we're gonna look at the 2 keychains. So I will be right back. It's time to look at the 2 keychains. So we got the Kong keychain and we got the Godzilla keychain. Are these any good? Well, let's find out. First and foremost, packaging. Something Funko's always done. It's just a box, and they've got the clear plastic windows. You can see the actual pop inside. You can see the Godzilla one is actually taking a lot more room than the Kong. That's saying something. Here is the tops. And then on each artwork, you can see if you slap them together like this, essentially not only have the artwork of the 2 characters going at each other, you can also pretty much do the same thing with the actual pops. So, rawr, they clash. Like that, and that's the bottom, there are the sides. Same thing goes, it's the same artwork on this side. So essentially, Godzilla will always be on the left, Kong will always be on the right. Let's get these keychains out so you can see what they look like. Oh, it just comes out like this. There we go. That took a little bit of effort, didn't it? So let's look at the Kong first. Let's see what we've got. So here's the keychain. You can see it's still protected in this little plastic case. The chain itself is pretty nice, and it's actually quite small. Look at the size of my hands, and then look at the size of the keychain. It's actually quite small if you actually look at it. He's holding his battle axe. You can see he's got his little facial grin, ready to fight expression. Love they still got the battle scars on his chest from Godzilla scratching him. I guess that's kind of spoiling the movie, but no one knew back then, so. The texture is pretty much the same. You got that rough fur, because after all, he is a mammal. But the axe looks great on him. I will say though, be careful if you're going to use this as a backpack keychain or something. That's too much force on the axe could potentially snap it, so do approach it with some caution. Overall, this as an item as a whole will look great. Just the weight of the keychain will obviously bring it down, so I suggest if you're going to display this, keep it in the box, as you should for any pop anyways. That makes this keychain is great. It makes total sense for what it is. I love he's not in this he's not roaring, and actually have a mutual face, and I think that is important for these monster figures, that we occasionally from time to time need a mutual face and not always a growing face or ready to fight face. This is good. So I like this keychain, to say the least, and I give it a respective score of let's go with you know what, you'll find out in the final verdict, but overall this is a good keychain. Okay, let's look at the Godzilla one now. Oh, this one was so much easier to take out. What the heck? All right off the bat. First impressions. I already like this keychain a lot. Like the overall size, you put this, you put Kong, you have your little comparison. Already I can tell Godzilla feels heavier because it's a bigger piece, and it's in the same pose as the 10-inch. It's the same pose as the 10-inch pop. So essentially, this is shrunken down to this tiny key. They probably took the model of the 10-inch Godzilla and just shrunk it down to this, or the other way around. I love it. Even with a figure this tiny, you can still see the textures, you can still see the scales, you can still see the dorsal fins. There is some color misprints going on here and there, but that's okay. That's probably just factory mistakes. It's a little bit lighter, to say the least, just like the other regular Godzilla we saw in the double pack. But yeah, like I said, this is a much bigger piece, just feels heavier. Also, it's worth more, so there's a contribution to that. And also, I think this will look better as a backpack keychain or just hanging in your cards than the Kong, because sure, the Kong is lighter, but like I said, the axe, you could risk breaking it if it's not handled correctly. The Godzilla being one whole piece is quite durable, it's quite tough. You don't exactly need to worry too much and not have that risk attained on your mind. This was definitely worth finding. However, it's definitely not worth paying 40 bucks on eBay for. Pay it for the regular price of $9.99. That is the real price you should get, which is already a lot, to be quite honest. I would expect these keychains to be like 5 bucks, but that's the way Funko rocks. I like the Godzilla better than the Kong. Sorry, Kong, but Lizard here wins, not Monkey. And I think this is a really, really good keychain. Find it if you can. I barely found it. I got lucky. I was not willing to pay scalper prices for it. I got lucky in the comic book store. So that is it. Let's put this away and wrap up the video. As a conclusion, the double pack is what you expect. I honestly wished it was actually 2 exclusive, different unique pops instead of just your regular Godzilla and your battle ready Kong, because this is honestly what this pack is. So to say the least, it is special because I guess the only thing is special is the box. I would say if you get this, then there's no need to get the individual pops. The keychains are great, but of course I've always said the prices for these keychains have just been a little iffy. They're like around $10-15 each, and for something this small, I feel like they should have been sold at least like $4.99 or something. Just for something that small, but definitely both were made in some pretty high quality material, of course, and they will definitely, as keychains, will be fantastic. Maybe on your backpack or on the cars, and these will definitely look really awesome. However, I do advise caution for Kong because they're such tiny pieces. There is possibility you can snap up the axe, you can snap up the arm, you know the dealio. But of course, I think the Godzilla one is worth more and it looks better than the Kong, to say the least. At least this is what I think, in my opinion. So I give the keychains, I'm gonna say like a, well, let's give it a 6, or let's give it an 8, shall we? An 8 out of 10. So it's not bad as I thought. So that being said, that is it for both of these products. Of course, because they're both relatively not too big of a product, I just squeezed them into this video, so hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys enjoyed that I'm bringing back I'm finishing the Godzilla vs. Kong Funko products. So next up, I will be doing the 10-inch pops, the regular ones, and the neon ones. So I will see you in those ones, and if you enjoyed this one, make sure you hit that like button, and of course subscribe to the channel for more, and we will see you on the next video. Talk to you again later. Bye for now.